The day my son and daughter-in-law believed they had won an $85 million lottery jackpot was the same day they threw me out of my own house else. My clothes, family photos, and even my late husband's keepsakes crashed onto the front lawn while my daughter-in-law shouted that they no longer had to waste money taking care of an old woman. My son stood there in silence, unable to stop her. As I picked up the broken pieces of my life, I looked at her and calmly asked one question. "Did you ever read the name written on the back of that lottery ticket?" Her smile faded for just a second, but she ignored it. That single moment changed everything. My name is Eleanor Brooks. I was 63 years old and had been a widow for nearly 10 years. After my husband passed away, the house we built together became my last connection to him. 7 years earlier, my son Ryan lost his job, and his pregnant wife, Vanessa, had nowhere to go. I welcomed them into my home without asking for anything in return. I paid the bills, bought groceries, raised my grandchildren, cooked every meal, and kept the house running with my small pension. I believed family always took care of each other. As the years passed, things slowly changed. Vanessa pushed me into a tiny attic room, treated me more like a servant than family, and even taught my grandchildren to call me Miss Eleanor instead of Grandma. My son rarely defended me. Every insult hurt. But I stayed because I loved my family and believed one day they would appreciate everything I had done for them. The breaking point came on my granddaughter Lily's birthday. I secretly saved enough money to buy her the beautiful turquoise bicycle she had dreamed about for months. When she saw it, she hugged me with tears of joy. But Vanessa demanded I return it because she claimed it ruined her lesson about saving money. Watching my granddaughter cry as I wheeled the bicycle back to the store broke my heart more than anything else. That same night, feeling completely alone, I stopped by a neighborhood convenience store and bought a lottery ticket using the same family birthday numbers I had played for 20 years. Following my late husband's advice, I signed my name clearly on the back of the ticket and kept the purchase receipt. I placed the ticket on the kitchen table before going upstairs, never imagining anyone else would claim it. The next morning, Vanessa found the ticket and believed it belonged to her. Minutes later, she screamed through the house that they had won $85 million. Neither she nor my son stopped to ask who had actually purchased it. Instead, they immediately planned their new life, invited neighbors over, and treated themselves like celebrities. By noon, they had thrown me out of my own house, believing they would never need me again. I quietly rented a tiny room above a restaurant and waited. Soon the Georgia Lottery contacted me after verifying the signature, receipt, security footage, and serial number. Legally, the ticket belonged to me. Meanwhile, Vanessa had already started spending money she did not have, buying luxury cars, reserving a mansion, booking expensive vacations, and telling everyone she was the rightful winner. She even claimed I was mentally unstable and forged medical documents to try taking control of the prize. Instead of rushing into court, I allowed the truth to unfold naturally. My son eventually realized how badly he had failed me and came to apologize. I told him forgiveness would never erase what happened. If he wanted another chance, he had to accept responsibility, publicly apologize, become a better father, and stop allowing fear to control his decisions. The evidence against Vanessa became overwhelming. Security cameras showed me buying the ticket. My signature matched perfectly. The receipt proved everything. Witnesses testified that she had thrown me out and humiliated me before claiming the money. The court dismissed every one of her false claims, declared me the lawful winner, and criticized her for abusing and defaming an elderly family member. After receiving the prize, I did not waste it on luxury. I created an education trust for my grandchildren, purchased a peaceful home near the ocean, and started a charity that helped elderly people abandoned by their families. My son slowly rebuilt his life, became a responsible father, and earned back a small part of my trust through his actions instead of his words. Months later, Vanessa arrived at my new home alone. She had lost her job, her marriage, and almost everything she once believed money could buy. She asked for help with tears in her eyes. I welcomed her onto my porch, offered her tea, and gave her information about counseling and job programs. I refused to give her cash because real healing cannot be bought. Before leaving, she quietly apologized for everything she had done.